YouTube. It's been a while since I had a hair at my ass. Maybe I ought to broadcast sometimes when I don't have a hair at my ass. But at the moment, I have a hair at my ass. I want to talk about guns and children. I don't give a fuck if you're my relative or you're just some person abstract off the street. If you got kids in your house and you got guns in your house, you're a fucking idiot, in my opinion. A lot of people, in fact, quite a few people get killed with their own guns. People don't take guns seriously enough, in my opinion. If you got kids in your house and you have guns in your house, you're asking for trouble. I have two kids. Excuse me, I've been sick. I have two kids in my house, and I don't own a gun. When I first got with my wife, she had a gun in here, and the first thing I did was make her get rid of that. Because guns are not the answer to a goddamn thing. This isn't the 19th or 17th century where, back in the day, you had to have a gun in order to protect your property, in order to protect what was yours. A lot of people still subscribe to that theory, and that's just bullshit. If you have guns in your house and you got kids in your house, you're a fucking idiot. Straight up. I'm making no bones about it. I don't give a fuck who's listening or who has something to say about it or who thinks maybe I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I got kids. I don't have no fucking guns in my house. And if you come to my house and you one of my relatives and you got a gun, leave that motherfucker out there in your goddamn car. Don't bring that shit in my house. Let me say that again so that I make it perfectly clear. If you're my relative or a friend of mine, you come to my home, you got guns, leave the motherfucking gun in your goddamn car. Don't bring that fucking shit in my house. I got kids. I got a 7-year-old. He's pretty bright. Chances are he ain't going to take your gun and do nothing with it. But I'm not going to leave that up to chance. I'm not going to leave that up to anything. I want him to be safe. If somebody does kill my kids with a motherfucking gun, it's not going to be in my house. And if you kill one of my kids out there in the street, I'm going to pursue your ass and I'm going to stay on your motherfucking case until I see you brought to justice and serve your motherfucking time every goddamn day of it. And whenever you come up for parole hearing, I'm going to be there to make sure you don't get paroled, motherfucker. You don't need to be paroled. You need to be exactly where the fuck you at, in jail. Guns and people don't mix. People make stupid goddamn decisions in a moment. In the heat of passion or whatever. They don't stop to think about, hey, this is a gun. This is going to kill you. This is not television. You're not going to come back in the next episode. You're going to be fucking dead for the rest of your goddamn eternity. Using a gun is the stupidest thing anybody with a fucking brain can do. And America is fucking stupid. That's why when my kids are grown, when these two kids are grown, Mary and I are planning to move to England. They don't have guns in England. Even the cops ain't carrying guns. Nobody's carrying a motherfucking gun. And the death rate behind guns in England is almost non-existent. You don't have to have a gun in order to live in this world. I don't understand why people think that, guns are a good idea. They're not. Smith & Wesson and other gun companies that make guns and the motherfucking NRA, kiss my motherfucking ass, especially the NRA. You dumb motherfuckers ain't got sense enough to even understand that you're fucking killing people. People are killing people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Guns are unnecessary in our society. Nobody should have one, not even the police. Nobody. George Floyd wouldn't be dead. It wasn't for the fear of a gun. A lot of people wouldn't be dead if it wasn't for the fear of a gun. Just because a person's a cop doesn't make them perfect. Doesn't mean that they're not human beings and make stupid ass mistakes. Because cops make mistakes. I used to be one. I know. I've seen them. I worked with them. Until I got tired of that bullshit and realized that I was just helping the government kill people, basically. Incarcerate people. Anybody that works in a goddamn prison, I worked in a prison. I worked at San Quentin. If you work in San Quentin and you talking about you just love your motherfucking job, motherfucker, you got a problem. Anybody that wants to lock people up and enjoys doing that is a sick bastard. It's not normal to want to lock up motherfuckers. I know because I've been there. I've worked with fucking fucked up ass cops that made it difficult to be one. Cops are not perfect. They're human beings like any goddamn body else, and they work and live and breathe off of emotions like everybody else. Being a cop doesn't necessarily make you be a perfect person because there are none. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Neither are the cops. The law's not perfect. A lot of things in the law need to be changed. And the idea of having a gun in your home is one of them. Personally, I just think that, there's no room in our society for guns. Nobody should have one. Nobody. I'm just sick of guns. I'm sick of fucking what they do. I'm tired of what they do to people. I am sick to fucking death of guns and people. How many times do you have to turn on the news? Somebody been shot. Look at that sick bastard that shot all them people, and he keep worrying about his goddamn rights. Man, fuck his rights. Fuck inmate rights, okay? I used to work in a motherfucking prison. Them motherfuckers are there because that's where they fucking belong, and it's where they fucking, to be honest with you, I don't even know why we bother to keep them alive. You cannot change a sick-minded, sick-brained person. If the mind is fucking gone, the person's gone. I know it sounds harsh, but you got to realize, when you go to the poll and vote on different issues involving government, prisons, and things of that nature, you're thinking that you're dealing with people who think normal and have normal, stable lives. That's not who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with people who have normal, stable lives. You're dealing with fucking convicts, people with sick fucking minds. When the mind is sick, and I know this sounds harsh, but when the mind is sick, the body is sick. The person is sick. That person needs to be put down just like you'd put down a horse who broke his leg, just like you do anything else out of mercy or whatever you want to call it. That person is no good to nobody, including themselves. How many brain cells does it fucking take to figure out that this shit is not working? I'm looking at that motherfucker that killed all them innocent people, and they keep bringing him into the courtroom. He's got on a fucking flap jacket. We worrying about saving his motherfucking life. Fuck his life. Kill that son of a bitch. And any other son of a bitch that's like him. Because his mind ain't there. He ain't got no fucking mind. When you're dealing with people who don't have brains and don't have minds, you can't fix it. Brains don't get better. Yeah, you can put them on drugs, you can put them on Zoloft, put them on this pill, that pill. All that does is deteriorates the mind even further. As bad as it sounds, unfortunately, the only thing that's really merciful to do is to kill that person. In some situations, I think the parents ought to be held accountable too for fucking and having that motherfucker. Them two people that got together and fucked and had that dumb son of a bitch, they all be locked up too. I know that sounds harsh. I think it sounds harsh too. But I also think that I'm tired of looking at television, looking at the news, and seeing this person got killed. This person shot 8 people. This person shot 12 people. Those people that they shot were innocent people in the wrong place at the wrong time. Only God knows why this shit happens the way it does. And maybe that's a part of God's plan. Maybe that's a way of attrition. The world can only handle so many people. That's a fact. Here's a motherfucker right here being held hostage by homeless people. I'm looking at it on the news right here. Hostage by homeless. These people are sitting in their houses afraid to go outside because this dumb son of a bitch is fucking with them. He don't even know them. They don't know him. But here we are protecting his motherfucking civil liberties. Fuck his civil liberties. Shoot that motherfucker. He's a waste of fucking time. He's a waste of money. He's a waste of resources. Look at this dumb son of a bitch. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about right here. It's on my other computer on the news. I just happened to glance over there and there's this cock-sucking motherfucker, you know, and they bringing him into the courtroom. He got on a flap jacket so nobody can't kill him. The best thing we could do for his punk ass is to kill him. Him and all the motherfucking punk ass people like his ass need to be fucking shot. They got no business walking around the fucking earth. How many brain cells, America, does it take for you to figure out that guns and people don't mix? I'm fed up and I'm tired. I'm fucking tired of dealing with this shit. I'm fucking tired of seeing the news every day, seeing innocent people getting killed for no reason. Because people think they have a right to have a gun. Again, I'm sorry. I've been sick. I'm almost at the end of this, thank God. But the point is, guns need to stop. Our society having guns needs to stop. There's no reason in the world for anybody to be carrying a gun. There's no reason in the world for Smith & Wesson and other gun makers to exist. The world would be a better place without them. People that think that they're somebody wouldn't think that they were somebody if they didn't have guns to intimidate people that don't deserve to be intimidated. I really would like to see guns taken out of our society. But that's not going to happen here. Because the NRA and the motherfucking buttheads that are in that club are running shit. And they're going to continue running shit as long as Smith & Wesson and other gun companies and gun makers exist. America is the dumbest ass country on the face of this motherfucking planet. And anybody that doesn't know that is an idiot. America is not what America wants to portray itself as and wants people in the world to believe it is. It's not the innocent country. It's not the best country. It's none of that. America is just as fucked up as Red China, just as fucked up as Russia, just as fucked up as North Korea. They're just as fucked up as any other fucked up country on this fucking planet. They just do it in a way that makes it look like it's not. But trust and believe, America's full of shit. And the people that run America are full of shit. Nobody's transparent. That word shouldn't even be used when you talk about politics. Some things need to be not necessarily broadcast or not necessarily exposed. Transparency in some situations I can understand would create chaos to a certain degree. I do understand some of that. But to the extent of where the transparency ends and where truthfulness begins is a different story. One thing I know for sure, I have children. I love my kids. My kids are everything to me. I love my children more than I love anything else, and they're the reason I wake up in the morning. I don't want nothing bad happening to them. I try to give them the best teaching I can. I teach them to be good people, decent people. My daughter, the one that I have 6 of them, but the one that I'm raising now, my baby girl is amazing. She gets amazing grades. She's always on the dean's list. I'm very proud of her. My son loves school. Come here, you. Come here.
I'm trying to get my tablet.
Well, come here. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Come here.
Did you just see that? It was a fly.
Yeah, I saw it. Come here.
Why?
Come here.
Why?
This is my son. I love this boy with everything I got. He's not perfect. I don't expect him to be. But he's a good kid.
How much does the guy? How much does the guy have this?
I think you have enough.
Oh, I think I have. I do.
You're welcome, son.
Thank you.
Anyway, that's one of my additions to or contributions to society. I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of his sister. I have a daughter that's 14, and she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. My oldest daughter sent me a text today saying that my 2 grandchildren, Tyson and Nia, are students of the month. I'm very proud of them. They are extremely intelligent, and I'm very proud that they are students of the month. I need to mention that. My entire family, for the most part, are good people. In fact, I can't think of anybody in our family that is a bad person or that would do harm to anybody. And I'm proud of that. That means most of our family are doing something right. And our kids are turning out amazing. And I'm very proud of that. Life's good. I'm retired. I worked all my life. Mary and I are living our best lives. We're doing very well. We're doing better than well. We are both living good lives, and we live in a place that doesn't have violence, doesn't have murders and bullshit going on. Manteca is a very nice place to live, mostly because a lot of people don't come here. Because Manteca's not on the way to anywhere. In order to be here, you have to come here for a reason. And Manteca doesn't have a whole lot of reason for people to come, other than to visit people like me who live here. I'm very thankful for the life that I have. I'm very thankful for the children. I'm very thankful for my family. Family is everything after all. Family means everything. Without family, you got nothing. So in saying that, I'm going to end this video. I think I've said what I need to say, because the main thing about this video was the fact that guns are unnecessary. They need to be taken out of our society. At some point, somebody's got to figure it out and do the right thing. Because right now, ain't nobody doing the right thing. At least not the people, the powers that be. They're not doing the right thing by a long shot. Like I say, when these children grow up, Mary and I are planning to move to Great Britain, where we don't have these kind of issues going on. To be honest with you, I'm not all that. Let me put it this way. I'm ambiguous to the idea that, this is something new, but I think I'm going to be okay. And I think Mary and I will be happy there. And because, racism is not as prevalent there as it is in America. Racism is always going to be prevalent here because people don't know how to get along. They don't want to know. They ain't trying to do that. I think Great Britain, on the other hand, has done a wonderful job of integrating blacks and whites and making it more equal for everybody. So I'm looking forward to making that move at some point. And living in Manteca has kind of helped me to be able to be isolated to a certain degree, because people don't come here. My family doesn't come here that often. They come a little bit sometimes. And I know if they thought I needed them, they would be, if that were the case. But Mary takes really good care of me. And I'm in the process of trying to quit smoking so that, so I can take care of my own health and be here for a longer period of time. What's the matter?
I want to sit in that chair with you.
Okay, come on.
Because I need to try this up.
Uh,
I need to just try this up. Oh, thanks to Mary.
And here's my son.
Oh.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I give these kids all the love I got.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy and proud of both of them. And on that note, I'm going to end this. If you watched, thank you. If you watch later, thank you. I hope I imparted some information with you that was worthy of your watching. Here's my son acting like a little clown. He's 7. And he's doing what a 7-year-old is supposed to do. Act crazy. Anyway, take care. Take care of each other. Bottom line, just do the right thing. It's not that difficult. Thank you for watching. This is OGMarv and Mark Time. Have a good day.
I guess that was